And we're live. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I've got my stream window all working. Let's get cracking with the Assetto Corsa. Not Assetto Corsa, Assetto Corsa Competizione. You must call it by its full name. So, today's stream is going to be straightforward. I'm going to be testing out my new Fanatec direct drive wheelbase and this fancy new Formula One style steering wheel. I got it Sunday and I've done a handful of laps. I like it already, but I've only tested it in Assetto Corsa Competizione, or ACC for short. So the moment I've done some laps now in the stream, comparing my times from previous races with the old wheel, I'm going to jump into F1 2020 for the first time ever. So you're going to have to bear with me because I haven't even calibrated or set up the wheel, for F1 2020. When we're done with that, we're jumping into iRacing, and same story, going to have to set up the steering wheel, etc. And just give my opinion of what it feels like compared to what I've been using all these years. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go into a single player race at not Kyalami. We're going in back to Spain, Barcelona, and then we're going to take my McLaren and let's go check the realism. All custom. I'm not using any type of driver aids, etc. And AI is on 97%, which is where I've been working my way up to. I started off at 85 and I've been slowly moving up. So I'm hoping in the next few weeks to be at 100 permanently. Okay, so let's get cracking. I just need to talk to my crew chief. Oh yes, let's stop them and start it again.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Thank you, crew chief. Okay, now I'm just going to load up the setup I used on Saturday's race, which is this one, the one from May. I'm going to take out some fuel. About 35 liters should do the trick. Okay, so before I start, I just want to show you something. And there is, if I go to options and look at controls, unlike previously, ACC actually shows me my hardware properly. It shows me that I can choose between this list of what I've got, and I pick the correct one, which is the Formula V2, which is what this thing is supposed to be, from what I understand. And then it talks about the DD1 as well, which is what I've got. Previously, you can see it says SLI, because I had a custom wheel, so obviously it wasn't recognized properly. I've got the force feedback set to 55%. I tried it higher, it's evil, it's way too strong for me. Well, now anyway, maybe I'll start turning it up as I get used to it. It's a completely different feel from the G27. Also, while I was at controls, I went and mapped this encoder here, this thumb wheel, so you can see it picking up on the screen there, so that if I want to increase and decrease traction control, which I might do on the start, then it's quite easy and available. The other wheel could do all of that, but I just want to show you that this has actually got an encoder right there by the thumb, which is a lot easier. Okay, so moving along, I've got the setup. That's it, let's start.
10th position. Okay, mate, get ready.
Okay, track temperature. I didn't check, but I'm assuming it should be around 35. Just need to warm up the brakes a bit, because I might need it into turn 1. You can see on the right side of the screen where it shows you the 4 blue tires. Next to the tires is the brakes. So you can see the front brakes are starting to warm up every time I accelerate and stop. So it's starting to get in the green now. There's
Go, nail it.
Car right, you're in the middle. Clear right.
Well, I had a good
Car
start.
left. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Oh, no.
On your right. Clear all round.
He
On
turned
your
in.
right.
Oh, that Ferrari looks a little bit second-hand there in front. I'll just restart and be a little less aggressive. I thought he'd hold his line and not turn in that fraction, but that's my fault. Okay, so while we're waiting for the start, the front of the wheel has a small little display that can be mapped to show a lot of data. I've got it there just for the gear shift. Basically shows me what gear I'm in. I don't really want to see anything else there, because the display on the screen shows me the rest of the info I need for now.
Go, go, go.
Right side.
I said I'll be less
Clear right.
aggressive.
Car
Let's do
right.
that.
Clear right.
So I'm in 10th place at the moment.
On your left. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Oh no, I got a penalty for collision, but I didn't even realize I touched anyone, but it's fine. It must have been a tiny little touch.
Left side. Clear left.
See there, that's the first place I can notice the difference in the force feedback and the steering wheel, where I got the control that I didn't have before.
Car left. Left side. Clear left.
That's the other place I can feel it. I can change direction between the left and the right turns in that chicane much quicker than before.
P9.
I made up one place, but it's irrelevant now. I just need to focus on doing my usual decent laps. He's quite slow into turn one. The car started to oversteer a fraction and I caught it much quicker than before. I felt the car let go much earlier than I would have with the G27.
On your left. Clear left.
See, like where I forced the car into oversteer and I actually kept it at a constant angle through there, which is something I couldn't do previously. It was very difficult to do that. Now, all of that means nothing if I can't translate it into an improvement in lap time. So, my opinion is that will come later. It will take me some time to get used to the way this steering wheel operates. because it feels
Leader has just done a
completely different.
146.74. You've just done a 148.39.
Just wanna get my stream window back on. I didn't put it in front. Okay, back to the race. I feel I'm being held up by this guy. I could definitely have went faster if he wasn't there to block me in reflection.
Car left, clear left.
I need to find a way past, probably at the end of the back straight. Wow, it feels amazing over the curves. Okay, there's my chance.
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Don't bump me. Damn it.
That's the stuff. We'll have some more of that.
Car right. Clear right.
Give me a
15
light
minutes
left.
left. That's 15 minutes. Stay calm. Keep it smooth.
Yep, that's the plan. Keep it smooth.
Fastest lap for Stoltz, 146.66.
I was actually on a crack of a lap.
Gap to
but I
Adam
popped it up
ahead is
with-
increasing. It's now 1.4 seconds. 8th place. Your last lap time was at 147.85. Use all the track. Force him to find the gap.
I don't want to force him to find the gap. I'm forcing myself to find the gap because I don't want to be fighting for 8th. I want to fight for 7th. Okay, I've made up a bit of time on the Aston Martin in front of me. So I'm hoping I nail the chicane and then I can get him. Damn it, ran wide. That's the only issue I've got so far is running wide in stupid spots.
On your
like
right.
that.
Still there. Clear right.
If I didn't mess up the chicane, I would have nailed him at the end of the straight. But that's the whole point of this practice race, is to get used to the wheel, because the next race is this Saturday, and I need to get in quite a lot of laps in before I'm ready.
The gap to Bell behind is now 0.6.
That's better. 1.4 seconds up on my previous.
You've just done a 146.45. Sector 3 is a tenth off the pace. The gap to Adam in front is now 0.9. You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can. We're halfway through. Fuel will be tight. We think you'll get to the end, but we're not sure.
I may have a chance to pass this guy here. Maybe
On your right. Clear right. Left side. Clear left.
how I make that corner, I don't know.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Damn it!
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
I was so fast that first 2 sectors that I cruised right up to the guy. Unfortunately, my late braking dive bomb attempt wasn't very successful. It overall worked, but not something I'd want to watch again.
E7.
Yeah, I've got a nice gap to the next guy, which means I can use the
The
gap.
gap to Adam behind is increasing. It's now 0.9.
You see, that's another example. I wasn't supposed to touch the curb there, but I did. And despite the car having such massive oversteer, I could correct it. Previously, that was dead.
You've got half your fuel left.
I'm gaining on the guy in front. Despite that big oversteer moment on sector 1,
10 minutes
I
of fuel
still set
remaining.
a decent lap.
You're reeling Calado in. The gap's now 0.8. He's pretty slow into turn 10.
Pushing a little bit too hard. But before the end of the race, I will nail this Ferrari. Damn it. See, this is something else that's cool. I can leave the steering wheel on the straight and nothing happens. Catching up nicely.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. You reel in Palado in, the gap is 0.46.
I'm going to try and move here.
Car right. Clear right.
Good work, mate, keep it up. Sixth place.
Okay, that was my fastest lap of the race, despite overtaking the Ferrari. That's how I was supposed to be taking this corner the whole time. Not touching the curb, but getting really close to it. I'm catching up nicely with the McLaren that's in front of me. Unless I cock it up, I should pass him before the end of the race.
Five minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes. To go, 2 minutes.
So that more or less matched my previous best. Trying to go through there as fast as I can without any oversteer, and I think I just about did it. That's better. Too wide, damn it. Almost on that McLaren. I just need a good chicane. And I didn't get my good chicane, son of a bitch.
One more lap to go. Very little fuel
Yeah, this
left.
is the final lap. The best part about the steering wheel not bricking and flicking all over the place in the straights is I can rest my hands. That's a cut. They say no time gain, but I actually lost a shitload there. That's a penalty. No, it's not. I was lucky. I turned the traction control a bit lower so I can get a bit more wheel spin out the corners just to see what it feels like.
P6, there's the finish. Good drive.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacular drive, but I started 10th and worked my way up eventually to 6th. I wasn't particularly consistent, but what I will say is there's so much of time I can feel that's in the car that's been unlocked by the new steering wheelbase. I just need to use that potential. Okay, let's go look at the times and you'll see what I mean. Let's go look at the leader. Let's look at Mr. Stoltz. He was in the 46s earlier on, 46.665, and he started to lose time towards the end, so he ended up in the very low 47s. Then you get me, Mr. Inconsistent, and my best matched him, no problem. Actually, no, I had fastest lap of the race, so the potential is there. And then eventually I was running here and there. So I had a couple of good laps, several actually in the 46s, mid to low 46s, but then I just wasn't consistent enough. But what I can tell you is this, it is definitely faster. Okay, so that was ACC. I'm gonna get out of here, and then I'm gonna jump into F1 2020. Now I haven't played F1 2020 in ages. I think the last time I played it was when I did a live stream, if I remember correctly, and that was quite a while back, and I haven't done any laps ever since. So now I just want to see, firstly I want to see what does F1 2020 do when it sees the new wheel. Does it automatically pre-map everything, or will I have to go and do it all myself? Okay, F1 2020 selected, let's hit play. Bam, there it's launching. Okay, F1 2020, are you going to be visible? It should be visible, should start launching anytime. There we go. Now to see what happens. No, I do not want to do that. I forgot you don't use the mouse in F1 2020. Now that the entire thing has been bought out by EA, I'm hoping that will change. Okay, game options, settings, controls. Aha! Podium Racing F1. The fuck? It actually sees it. So that's what I've got. Pay Podium Racing F1. It sounds very fancy, but it just means that it's got the F1 logo on the wheel. It's exactly the same as the Formula V2 wheel, but this one's got the badge. That's it. Doesn't mean it's anything special. Okay, then let's go and how do I go and edit? Gear up. I'm not sure. This input is also bound to clutch. Okay. Clutch. I'm gonna. No, that's not gonna work for clutch. That's clutch. There we go. I think everything else should be fine. And then this input is bound to put limiter. I'm gonna say DRS is there. I'm just gonna figure out now which. Just gonna get this window out the way. So just bear with me. Like I said, I was going to do all this calibrating stuff. Okay, so DRS, I'm going to make that button there and look back on track. Crap. And then replay flashback. Is that? And then number 1. Okay, I think I've got everything now mapped. Now overtake, I'll have to figure that out. Okay, and clutch, etc. Now I'm just going to go to force feedback settings. Steering is fine. I've got. I'll have to change. I think it's a setting in the Fanatec tuning menu. I have to change it from 480 down to 360, I think. Done. Okay, let's get back into the game. Okay, everything else should be fine. Vibration, force feedback on, force feedback strength 55, blah blah blah. I don't know if I want any wheel damper or whatever. I'm not even sure what the hell it means. Custom control. Okay, cool. I'm done with all that. No, I do not want to quit. I'm gonna go into solo time trial because this is where I did some laps previously with the old wheel, so I can do a comparison. So first things first, get out the Merc. We're going to the Red Bull Ring. There we go. Then I can go look at what times I did before. I'm hoping that I can get somewhere near that. So this is, like I say, first time with the new wheel. Okay, so my best was a 105,868. 105,868. I wonder if I can improve on that. Let's see. Now to go load the setup. How do I do that? Austria. I need to find a setup that I have saved. Not Australia, Austria time trial. That'll work. Okay, now to see if everything works. Whoa, it feels super direct. Whoa, that's bad. It feels so strange. I'm so used now to driving the GT cars that to have a car this sensitive like makes no sense. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I got a message on the phone, looking at the chat screen and trying to fight this crazy steering. That's not bad. Oh, I was 2/10 up. I did one flying lap and I almost matched my best ever time with the old steering wheel. I'm impressed. The only thing I'm not a fan of is way too twitchy. So I'm just gonna go into the Fanatec settings and adjust it just that little bit. It was on 480 previously. I'm gonna leave it at 480 and restart the lap. And I just need to go and confirm my DRS button because I'm pressing a button but I'm not sure if it's activating. I think what I should also do is enable my sim hub so it will show me if it's enabled or not. Okay, sim hub, where are you? Dash Studio. Aha, sim hub is there. Sorry, I'm wasting time, but like I mentioned when I started the stream, this is gonna take a while because I have to set up everything. Okay, so first things first, let's go to the controls and just confirm. What did I call it? Custom something or other. Okay, so I'm only worried about DRS. I don't really give a shit about the other stuff. Okay, so that is the DRS button. Cool. Okay, let's restart. See how it goes this time with slightly different steering settings. Okay, I can see DRS is on. I'm 2/10 up already, just on one corner. Invalidated. Okay, so I think I beat my best ever time just like that. If I remember correctly, I did beat my best ever time. And it wasn't too much effort. I mean, my second proper flying lap and I beat it. That's enough for F1 2020. Just need to get back in there. There we go. I wonder if it will show. I wish there was a way to keep a record of all my top times, but I don't think you can. But yeah, so that's what I discovered now. I'm immediately faster. Yes, I have made big changes. It was not just the steering wheel, but a couple of months ago I changed the pedals as well. But overall, I went faster. Yeah, sort of. I actually more or less equaled my time, but I found a big chunk in the first sector, and I messed up towards the end. But overall, it seems like I'm gonna be a lot faster if I just do a few more laps. I don't really want to spend the next hour doing time trials, but I can feel the difference immediately. I just need to focus. I'm quite confident I can go a shitload faster. No, I don't want to restart. I just need to get out of here. What I was actually looking forward to is iRacing. Okay, we out. Okay, let's open up iRacing. Bam, we're in. Let's see, what car should I take for a spin? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go and look for a hosted race. Maybe I'm lucky I can find one with the old FW31 Williams. If not, I'll take the McLaren around for a spin. Around a track that I know. No, I don't see it. So this is... Oh, there is other drivers competing. So maybe I'll just join them on this track. I've never driven this track before. There's one guy on the track. There's one guy there. Let's join that one. This is going to be hectic. Like I said, never driven this track before. There's some really tight and technical corners that I'm going to be needing to seriously focus on. The moment I'm done with the iRacing, I'm going to go back. I just thought about it now. I'm going to go back into F1 2020, back on the same track, same setup, same car, same everything. I'm just going to run maybe 4 or 5 laps, maybe more, just to see if I can beat that time like I said I can. Because that felt amazing. I've always enjoyed the F1 cars. I've never been a fan of the GTs. It's just that I prefer doing the online thing. So I need to find a way to do more online F1 races. That's one thing I don't miss about iRacing though, is the long loading times. ACC loads like BAM. iRacing, I'm not sure what you're waiting for, because I've got a fast machine and I've got a fast internet connection. But it seems like iRacing re-downloads everything or whatever. I have no idea why it takes so long. Okay, cool. We're in. It says configure controls. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Return to the center. I'm going to move this thing down because that's not needed. Done. 90 to the left. Hold it there. Done. Done. It's shifting up, shifting down. No, I do not want to do that. To look left. Look left. I wonder if I can use that. Let's look left. Look right. Done. Shift R is tone. Done. That's all the settings I need for now. Claim speed limiter. I think I'll need that. Is it? Then I don't know what setup I've got. I'm just going to jump in with this setup that I have that's preloaded, whatever it is. Oh crap, it's a left-hander. Okay, now I know. What the hell? Okay, it's not a left-hander. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's watch the replay to figure out where the hell was I going. Okay. I touched the brakes and the car came to an absolute standstill. Ah, I see the problem. The brakes are permanently on. I'll have to recalibrate the brakes. I don't know why it's doing that, but okay, let's go back. Controls. Hmm. Okay, I think that should fix it. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, let's get going. Okay, good. Now the car's brakes works. I was so excited about the brakes working, I forgot that I got a penalty, or you'll get a penalty because the speed limiter isn't on. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, now switch it on. Ugh. As I was saying, I got a stop-go penalty earlier for speeding. Well, now I got one for unsafe pit exit. This force feedback is strong. I mean, really strong. Okay, I'm not sure how to exit the pit lane safely. I couldn't see the white line, but I'm gonna have to look for it. Clear, yeah, I crossed it. I'm assuming the white line is these red and yellow stripes that I'll have to wait till I'm here and then turn. Oh crap! This is ridiculous. Yep, turning circle of the F1 car is massive. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this because I'm gonna waste my time and your time spinning. But now that I've got the controls calibrated, I've got an idea. No, I'm not gonna save that. I'm gonna go back into iRacing. Oh, needless to say, what message is this? But I'm gonna change the track to something I know. It's pointless trying out a new wheel on a track I don't know. Then I've got too many disadvantages. Okay, I'm going to test the car, and I'm going to choose Ye Old Williams. There we go. I'm going to take my favorite track on iRacing, which is Watkins Glen, and I'm going to take the classic boot. Yeah, boom. Okay, I've got the car, I've got the track, config, everything, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna just take one of my old setups. The car's changed a lot, they've redone some of the tire physics, so there's a good chance that the tires will probably overheat or wear, excuse me, quite quickly, but that's not important now. I just want to do 1 or 2 laps just to get the feel of what it's like with the new force feedback. Hey, track's almost loaded. Oh no, what the hell? Oh, yep, I see. The car changed, the controls changed. Oh well, let's just configure it. Turn the wheel left. Okay, so we did not do the look left, look right again. Okay. Look left, done. Look right, done. Don't care about the rest of it. I'm happy, and I'm gonna load up my setup from back in the day. Although it couldn't have been that back in the day. This is from last year. Okay, let's get going. Okay, just those corners that took flat out, I could feel the force feedback was incredible. I mean, really powerful. This feels incredible. Wow. You have to really hold on. So that's, I think, my previous best time with the old wheel, that ghost car ahead. The car feels absolutely bolted on. Woo! Okay, even this fancy wheel wasn't fast enough to catch that stupid mistake. But up to that point, I was absolutely enjoying it. It feels amazing. I'm gonna do one more lap, and then get back into F1 2020. it's amazing as you go through these fast corners, you can feel that wheel really load up. You can place the car absolutely on the edge of the track now. I actually beat one of my previous splits. I say that was my last lap, but I'm enjoying it too much. That's my fastest split so far, eh? And that's it for the session because I'm out of gas. I was actually on qualifying fuel. But that was absolutely amazing. That feeling through the high-speed corners is incredible. Okay, that's it for iRacing. So what did I learn there is, yes, the force feedback is fantastic, and I'm sure if I get back into iRacing, I'll do better than what I was doing previously. But that was amazing. The force feedback in ACC was, or is good. I enjoy it, but that felt better. It definitely did. But like I said earlier, I want to get back into F1 2020 just to see if I can beat that lap time I mentioned earlier on, and then I'll be done. Wow, that was awesome. Just want to check my message I got just now. Oh, thought it was something important. Hey. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's the exact same track, same settings, all of that. My initial plan was to play all three games on the same track, but I decided against it because here at least I can see what my time was. So 105868, I should make a note somewhere so I don't forget it like I did just now. Actually, I'm actually really going to make a note of it. There's my sticky over there. 105868, just to make sure. Okay, now for the setup. Okay, let's do a string of laps and see if I can beat this. I need to get my dashboard out. The thing is, my field of view is completely different from default, and without the dashboard I can't see shit. So let's get the F1 2020 dashboard out. I'm not sure if it's enabled on the stream. The thing is, I needed to, well, for me anyway, to see the gear shifts. I can't pick it up quickly on the wheel because it doesn't show what gear you're in. It just shows when you shift it up. I need to set the wheel so it shows it stays there permanently. I think that will do it. Let's see if it's on the stream. No, it's not. I'm just going to enable it. Did it do it? No, it did not. No. No. Damn it. Okay, never mind. Let's get going. Ran a bit too wide on the exit of turn 1. It's ridiculous. I can brake so late. It's shocking. That would have been faster if I didn't mess up turn 1. Oh man, I tried to brake like I did in the first lap. I didn't make it. But what I saw there was I was almost 3/10 up just on one turn. Oh! Okay, I know what I did wrong. I need to shift up into second earlier than that. But it is definitely faster. Much, much faster. Took it a bit conservative into turn 1 just to not mess it up. Yep, beat it. So I beat my fastest ever time with an old wheel by just doing a handful of laps with the new one. Lost a bit of time there. Mr. Apex. And I beat it again. In fact, it was easier on the second lap. So let's go back to garage and then we can compare and I can show you exactly what I mean. So I just did 2 clean flying laps, and in both laps I beat the best time I've ever set on my previous steering wheel, and the best time I've done before was a 105.868 and this is a 105.455. So that's around 3/10 faster than I've ever been before on this track, and I've done quite a few laps. I'm not particularly quick in F1 2020, but to think that in a couple of laps I can beat that time just like that, I'm really, really impressed. So that's it. I'm done. I'm going to say goodbye to F1 2020 and revisit it at a later date. But the whole point of today's stream was to see, does the wheel make a difference? Well, one, the force feedback sound or feels amazing. I feel like I've got a lot more control and I can place the car more accurately than I could ever do before. And in F1 2020 anyway, that translated directly into lap time. It was impressive. In fact, you can see this screen shows it better. My personal best now is a 105.455, but you can see the session that I did where I was finding time, and the potential is there based on the splits to go even faster. I said I want to quit, but I think I pressed the wrong button. Okay, that's it. Where is my OBS? So that's it for me. I'm done with the stream. Just want to say that, like I said earlier on, the steering wheel does make a difference. For me, it's faster. It's not just about it gives you better feedback and all those other things I checked online. For me, it translates definitely into lap time. I just need to get used to it so I can, I think, unlock its potential in ACC and in iRacing. That's the one. And the other one is the old G27 had a lot of the functionality of this wheel, meaning all the knobs and buttons. So even though this one looks all fancy, the old one was very, very similar in functionality. But what let it down was the wheelbase. This big fat sucker you see here that I'm touching, that's what does the magic. This fancy wheel in front doesn't really make much difference. And that's basically that. So that's where the money went, the wheelbase. I mean, you can take any steering wheel and put it in front and you'll get better performance. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back on Thursday. Same time, same place. Good night.